Hey everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into some pretty hot news in the gaming world, specifically for those of you who are excited about Nintendo's new console. We're talking about something that's causing a bit of a stir, and it has to do with how some players are trying to use their older games on the new system. So picture this. You just got your hands on the shiny new Nintendo Switch 2, and you're eager to play your favorite Nintendo Switch 1 games on it. Now there's a device out there called the MIG Flash. It used to be known as the MIG-Switch. This little gadget is designed to look and act like a regular game cartridge, but it has a special trick. You can load your own game ROMs or backups onto a micro SD card inside it. This means you could theoretically have a whole bunch of games on one cart and easily switch between them. Pretty neat, right? The interesting thing is that the MIG Flash reportedly allows Nintendo Switch 1 ROMs to run on the Nintendo Switch 2. This is apparently due to a recent firmware update for the MIG Flash that helps it get around the new security measures Nintendo put in place for its latest console. However, here's where things get a bit tricky. Within just 12 days of the new console being out, reports started flooding in from users saying their Nintendo Switch 2 consoles were being banned from Nintendo's online services. And guess what? These bans are happening to consoles that have been used with the MIG Flash. Now, a lot of these affected users are saying they were only using their own legally dumped game ROMs, basically copies of games they already own. But despite that, their consoles are still getting flagged. It seems like the Nintendo Switch 2 is even stricter when it comes to detecting unauthorized accessories. So, what does a ban mean for you? Well, it means your console can't connect to the internet for anything related to Nintendo's online services. Say goodbye to playing Mario Kart online with your friends, accessing the eShop, watching YouTube through your console, or even using cloud saves. Your Nintendo account itself might be fine, but your console is effectively locked out of a huge chunk of its functionality. Nintendo has some pretty robust anti-piracy measures in place, and they can often detect if multiple users are trying to play the same game online with what appears to be a single copy. This can sometimes lead to false positives, even with legitimate used cartridges. But with the MIG Flash, it seems Nintendo is taking a very firm stance. It's important to remember that the MIG Flash is not an officially authorized Nintendo accessory. This means Nintendo likely has no legal obligation to reverse these bans. In fact, Nintendo's user agreement, their EULA, actually states that they reserve the right to essentially disable your console if you use unauthorized hardware or software modifications. While your console isn't a complete paperweight, you can still play offline games. Losing access to online services is a major compromise, especially for a console that's been out for less than 2 weeks and costs a good chunk of change. For many gamers who upgrade every generation, being banned on their new Nintendo Switch 2 could mean going without online services for years until the next console comes out. So while the idea of having all your games on one cartridge is appealing, it's clear that Nintendo is serious about preventing the use of unauthorized devices like the MIG Flash. If you're considering using one, it's definitely something to keep in mind. What do you all think about this? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this breakdown helpful, please give this video a like, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more gaming news and insights.